ang ating pong konstitusyon, which you mentioned, Attorney Del Castillo.
I'm sorry. The sale po of the TV Plus boxes is in accordance with the directive of the NTC.
TV Plus gadgets.
Opo, the sale of the TV Plus boxes is in compliance po with the NTC directive to migrate our broadcast to digital po.
So what do you mean compliant? You do not need any prior approval?
Yes, we secured prior approval for the test broadcast of our TV Plus boxes. But the migration of our broadcast po from analog to digital is in compliance with an NTC directive to move all broadcasting away from analog and into digital po.
Okay. Did ABS-CBN seek prior authorization from the NTC before ABS-CBN sold programs and movies through its KBO channels on each TV?
That the PDR holder hopes to capture is not just on the cash payout, it's really more on the capital appreciation of the PDR. Okay. So hopefully in your example, Mr. Chair, if you had subscribed to 5 million worth of PDRs and the company performed very well, then hypothetically again, that 5 million could be worth 6 million, in which case you would have taken a 20% capital gain.
So these bulk buyers, they jumped into the system without knowing that they will not have any iota of influence.
That's right, Mr. Chair.
That's a very good pitch, huh? So they bought into that without knowing that no matter how much money I will give you, I cannot influence the company whatsoever.
Mr. Chair, knowing full well that when they bought the PDR,
Okay, because I'm sure you told them that they cannot vote.
it's contained in the prospectus, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
And I thank Congresswomen Biolago, Mickey, Congresswoman Sol Aragones, Congresswoman Franz Castro for the time that they have given to me. Thank you very much. I would like to first ask Mr. Chairman, if you allow me, to ask a question to the Honorable former Dean of the Ateneo de Manila Law School, who was my colleague in the Philippine Association of Law Schools and Law Deans. Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Shareholder is a foreigner and he exercises the PDR. The only right he has is to receive the net proceeds of the sale of the underlying ABS-CBN share after it is sold through an eligible broker in an open market or PSE, meaning that at no instance will the ABS-CBN share be delivered to a foreigner. Do you confirm this as part and parcel of condition 5.3 of the PDR instrument, prohibiting absolutely the transfer of any share of stock of ABS-CBN if a PDR applies for it, if he is a foreigner? Would you confirm that?
That's correct po. He will only get the proceeds of the sale. He will not be able to get the shares.
Because under this particular 5.3 of the PDR instrument, where he is bound, as stated in the certificate of the PDR issued to the PDR holder, certainly there is no automatic entitlement because it is subject to the PDR instrument which I have read. So clearly, in Castillo, clearly therefore, in the case of ABS-CBN, has there been an issuance of an ABS-CBN share to a PDR holder of ABS Holdings who has exercised this option to own an ABS-CBN share?
If he is a Filipino po, yes, that is his right. If not, then he only get the proceeds of the sale.
In other words, if he is a foreigner, the instrument itself and the certificate prohibits him from getting a transfer. If he exercises it, he cannot get a share of the ABS-CBN Corporation if he is a foreign PDR holder. Is that correct?
That's correct po.
So, in other words, in this particular case, the issue in this particular hearing this afternoon is Section 11, Paragraph 1 of Article 16, the General Provisions, which really states that the ownership and management of mass media shall be limited to citizens of the Philippines. Now, this is the crux of the matter that we are tackling this afternoon. And those alleging that there is a violation of ABS-CBN Corporation, the applicant for this franchise of 25 years, is that a mere holding of a PDR of ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation immediately violates the provisions of the Constitution because he is an owner of the ABS-CBN. Do you agree with those allegations that have been presented today?
Our position has always been that the PDR holders do not have the right of ownership in the mass media corporation, which is ABS-CBN Broadcasting. It's a financial instrument that entitles him to the delivery of certain cash distributions. And if he wants to get out, then he can sell his shares in the market, or that he can ask that his shares be sold and only the cash to be delivered to him. So there's
Thank
no
you.
other right.
Now, therefore, it is clear that the PDR holder has a contractual obligation with ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation and has no
Securities Regulation Code at saka yung Corporation Code. Ang tanong ko po, hindi po ba conclusion of facts lang ito at saka conclusion of law? Ibig sabihin, walang isang makapagsasabi, kahit na po siguro 10 tao ang tumindig at sabihin niya na ang PDRs ay legal, ito po ay nananatiling konklusyon lamang, hindi po ba, Attorney?
Hindi po. Ito po ang konklusyon or desisyon ng mga administrative quasi-judicial agencies who have the jurisdiction in law to resolve these issues. Kaya mabigat po ang kanilang mga ginagawa. According to the jurisprudence po, the agencies who have the jurisdiction and authority and expertise with respect to certain matters, their word should be given great weight. Pangalawa po, meron tayong presumption of regularity in good faith. Ang presumption po ay yung mga kanilang aksyon ay valid, legal, and binding unless and until they are reversed by a higher court. So yung pong presumption of regularity, good faith, at legal compliance ay nandoon ngayon. Ngayon, pag binanggit po kanina ni Commissioner Amato, presuming po na lumabas sa Supreme Court decision na nagkamali ang SEC sa kanilang interpretasyon ng mga control test sa Erbosa, sa Teves, at sa Roy, mag-a-apply po yung doctrine of operative fact sa akin pong palagay. Ang ibig sabihin nun, kung ang isang tao ay umasa in good faith sa desisyon o kilos ng administrative agency, he cannot be held liable for relying on such decisions and actions. In fact, in the case of Film Development Council of the Philippines versus Colon Heritage, that's dated June 16, 2015, sinabi po ng Supreme Court na it would be ghastly and
The right to delivery, possession. The right to sale or proceeds of the underlying share, ito po yung distribution of cash, enjoyment. I-exercise ng kanyang disposition. These are the 3 attributes of ownership. Pagkatapos, sasabihin po ninyo, palalabasin po natin sa pamamagitan ng mga intricate web of corporate lawyering na hindi po ganito. Paano po namin masusundan ngayon? ABS-CBN is owned by Lopez Inc. ABS-CBN Holdings is owned by Lopez Inc. Meron pa pong holding corporation ang nagme-may-ari ng Lopez Inc. Saan po natin hahanapin lahat itong PDRs na ito kung napakarami po?
Nungan po, Congressman Marcoleta.
Mr. Chair, hindi po ako matatapos siguro kahit nabigyan. Siguro po mga 15 minutes po baka kaya ko pong tapusin.
Mr. Chairman, in as much as I also have some questions, but I yield to the Honorable Marcoleta. Kasama na rin po dun kay Congressman Onyx Crisologo na ibinigay sa akin bilang nakakatanda, ibinibigay ko na po kay Congressman Marcoleta.
Maraming salamat, Vice Chairman Mark Defensor. Additional 10 minutes para kay Congressman Marcoleta.
Media Holdings Finance subscribed to some 2.5 billion pesos worth of PDRs from ABS-CBN Holdings.
Mr. Chairman will also look at the figures, and verify it, and then certify.
Yung pong mga i-verify nyo, kailan nyo po matatapos i-verify? Can you verify it today?
Baka may hirapan ho kami today. It's already 7.
Okay. Kung hindi po kaya ngayon,
Tomorrow's a holiday.
kahit po matapos itong round of questioning natin tungkol sa PDRs, papayagan po ng chairman ng joint committee ito na bigyan ng 1 o 2 minuto si Congressman Marcoleta para naman sagutin nyo yung kanyang mga katanungan na hindi nyo po masagot ngayong gabing ito. Sa susunod po natin na hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congressman Marcoleta.
Salamat po, Mr. Chair. Kasi po, mawalang galang na po sa ABS-CBN. Kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, about 3 weeks ago,
Foreigners. Is that a correct?
matutuntunan ni Kong Boying Remulla kung yung pong foreign na yun, ibininta niya sa kabilang, wala na po tayong matutuntun doon. Ito yung napakahirap. So, maski po yung saligang batas, hirap na hirap po natuntunin kayo sapagkat napakarami po ninyong ginamit na kaparaanan. Hindi ko naman po sinabing sinadya ninyong itago, pero ganito po yung nangyayari. Kaya po humihirap. Kasi po ang PDR isang makabagong instrumento. Alam naman po ninyo na there are regulatory gaps in our present system. Tanggapin ninyo o hindi, kung minsan po, yung mga batas natin hindi makahabol sa bilis ng technology. Ang isa pong halimbawa, ito po. Ito pong
Na po tayong dumako sa usapin ng black box at ng sky cable na nakapatungkol pa rin po sa prangkisa ng ABS-CBN. Ang susunod po nating hearing ay gagawin po natin sa Lunes, 1 p.m. dito pa rin po sa plenary at via Zoom.
Mr. Chairman, with the indulgence of the members of the committee, I move to suspend the hearing until Monday, 1 p.m. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion, duly seconded. Hearing no objections. The hearing is suspended.